there's one thing that you notice between a player that's been maining a character for a long time and a player that's brand new to a character. It's their combos. The player that has been maining a character for a very long time is going to know the ins and outs of all of their juggles and their optimal damage routes, and it's the first thing that I notice when I'm watching somebody playing a new character. Since I've been playing Kimberly since the release of Street Fighter 6, I thought I would share some of my optimization notes on just getting the most out of this character. So, the first thing that I notice a lot is landing level 2. I don't necessarily love using this move because Kimberly gets an install from her level 3, making her do extra damage and have better walk speed. So landing her level 2 is sort of antithetical to your game plan of landing the level 3. But unfortunately, sometimes you have to spend it. You've got to spend it to kill. It's very worth it when you're winning around using a level 2. And it's also worth it sometimes to get your opponent to a guess for game scenario, like spend level 2 and then go for a throw strike mix-up of some sort. So pretty much I only see people land level 2 in 2 ways. They do this combo and land it after a EX tatsu in the air, or they just do it from target combo. There's actually a lot of ways you can land level 2, and not a lot of them are too straightforward. So one of the ways I don't ever see level 2 used is after drive rush crouch medium kick. So crouch medium kick, you'll often combo it into a stand medium kick after. Something like this. But you might not have the bar to do that drive rush cancel there. So you can go into like EX to elbow or like a light elbow, but what if this drive rush was your last hope? Well, you can actually combo level 2 straight from stand medium kick. This works at any range, so you get a whip punish, you can go straight into level 2. Even at max range, go straight into level 2. This is a good amount of damage. I don't ever see this from anyone, but I think this is something that's pretty good to fish for in a like one hit wins you the round scenario, especially in burnout. Like nothing else is going to do this much damage in burnout if you only have level 2 available. It's something that you should have in your arsenal. So another way to land level 2 is after EX run light kick in the corner. So this is actually kind of a strange one because I'll just do the input for level 2 canceled from the run light kick itself. It whiffs. So for this combo specifically, you have to manually delay the level 2 while they're falling into it. If you cancel it right away from this move, it will not connect. And it will only connect from this juggle specifically as well, or similar juggles to it. But this is a great way to convert into level 2 from a can setup. I don't think a lot of Kimberly players know about this because you have to do the manually delay there, which is super weird, but it is a thing. I didn't know about it for the longest time, but definitely get used to this because it is like, it's pretty good damage, like 3k damage there for a throw. That's not bad at all. By the way, I'm like hellishly sick. It's actually another way to land it from a can setup. So if you have meter to spend after this EX throw here, you can actually go into hop kick and then do a forward jump with the hop kick, and you can actually do a EX tatsu there. And the EX tatsu here connects into a level 2. You can just cancel it. Very easy. And this gets a good amount of usage out of your meter as well. And the final way you can land level 2 that I don't see very often is off of a counter hit stand light kick. I don't necessarily have the execution for this, but I can definitely see some stronger players than me using this as a whiff punish tool. Like, you could whiff punish when you're in burnout with a stand light kick, and then just cancel it straight into level 2. I don't think this is something that I'm going to use, but I would like to see other Kimberly players use this in the future. I think it's like a very sick punish. And I think it could be practical as well. So, that's all I've got for landing level 2s. Air to airs. So, this is something where I see level 2 too much, actually. So, obviously, I think a lot of people know that you can do jump, medium punch, EX tatsu, and EX tatsu combos into the level 2. But what a lot of people don't know is that near the corner, if you land this EX tatsu, you have enough time to land and do level 3 in the corner. And this does a ton of damage. I've won rounds from people trying to jump out of the corner. I do jump, medium punch, and they eat 4.5k damage. So yeah, this is like a very important thing to be aware of. Definitely like keep on your toes for people trying to jump out the corner. If you do this to them, like, yeah, that is some of the most damage you can get from an anti-air in this game. Another juggle that you can do from one of these can setups, if you have all your meter available to you, you can go into EX tatsu and then juggle another EX tatsu. So this is actually, I believe, the highest damage 6-bar combo that spends no super meter. So if you're trying to close out a round, this is definitely the way to go if you don't need to spend super. So the other version of this combo, it looks way harder and it does less damage. So if you're trying to just close out a round, don't bother doing all those drive rush knee garbage shit. Just do this. I'm messing it up, but you could get this down much easier than the other combo. Yeah, 2571, and the other combo does like way less. $25.71 versus $24.94, and it's way harder. So just do that combo. I don't see anyone ever do this combo. I'm the only one I've ever seen do this combo. Alright, and this is something that I missed out on for like way too long. I don't know how I didn't know this, but if you do target combo in the corner, you can actually juggle a light elbow. And oftentimes, like, you'll have like no meter, and you're just trying to get like that last hit to close it out. Maybe you'll like land like a meaty crouch medium punch or something, and they're not blocking. You hit confirm it, and you just go into light elbow. That's what I used to do for the longest time. I did not know this existed, but this will actually do more damage if you do the run first, and you'll build a little bit more meter as well. So if you're just about to build that level 3 but not quite, definitely get used to doing this in the corner so you can just optimize your Kimberly a bit more. Also, this just is kind of sick in general. Like, that's such a raw juggle. I don't think this is that complicated, but I don't see a lot of people like meter dump on an overhead. So everyone knows that you can combo an overhead and all you get is a crouch jab after. But if you drive rush this crouch jab, you can actually link a drive rush jab into a crouch heavy punch. So something that I see sometimes, I don't really see people like meter dumping on overheads often in general, but if you meter jump, I see a lot of people do something like this. Like, they'll go into mediums in a target combo, and then they'll meter dump, whatever, and finish the combo there. But it actually does more damage if you meter dump using a crouch heavy punch. because crouch heavy punch does so much damage by itself. There you go. So the crouch heavy punch just does so much damage by itself, and it has less scaling, so this combo does more damage than going into medium punches. So just be aware that this link exists here. It's not that hard. I struggle with it sometimes, but if you get the timing down, it's not that bad. It's like a 3-frame link or whatever. But yeah, drive rush crouch light punch is actually like way more plus than I thought. Yeah, +8. So yeah, anytime you get this confirmed, you're about to die, just go into your super. It'll probably kill. Or you just go into the meter dump. Okay, and I posted a clip about this the other day, just because it's like kind of like silly or whatever, but there is actually a practical application for this juggle here. So of course this is like funny and silly and whatever, and like you can do corner to corner conversions, but there is a way that this is actually practical. So in the combo I just did there, and in the clip I posted yesterday, I'm doing crouch light kicks, but you can actually do crouch light punches. It's just a lot harder. So when you do this, you have to go to down back so you don't get a drive rush cancel, because if you start a drive rush from a cancelable normal, then you'll get a drive rush cancel. So you have to hold down back while you're starting the drive rush, or back or whatever, I'm not sure. But pretty much, if you do that and you use light punches instead of the light kicks I was doing, you will do more damage, because light punch does like 80 more damage than the light kick. So if you're actually meter dumping from a heavy elbow or an EX elbow, it does more damage to go into a light punch and juggle further than it is to go with the standard target combo that you'd usually be doing. So normally you do something like this. There's no way you can spend meter in that combo. So that's all you get. But if you do that's only 20 more damage, but I mean, if you're going for the kill, you might as well go for the kill, or style on your opponent or something. But this actually gets better in the corner. In the corner, you can juggle. And juggle an EX run light kick. It won't flip you to the other side. And this actually does 111 more damage. So that's actually quite a significant amount of damage. So be aware of this in the corner. It's definitely a decent way to get out like that tiny little bit more damage. And I think you can also just combo level 2 here, which you usually can't do. Yeah, you can juggle level 2 here, so that's another way to learn level 2. Probably does less than just doing this. But you know what? It looks sick, so I don't care. Totally an optimization video. And the final bit of optimization I have for you is... So oftentimes after a throw, you're going to be going for a drive rush after, so you can like pick throw, or you can like steal some frames and go for throw. But what happens if they're teching just like this? So even though that this drive rush after is fake, people often tech this just because there's no reason not to. You can block and tech at the same time. And since you're locked into the drive rush, you can't like shimmy. you're stuck going forwards. But what you can do is you can delay a button. So what I like to do when people are doing this is I'll do a stand heavy kick. Excuse me. So I'll do a stand heavy kick. It catches the delay tech, and with a counter hit stand heavy kick, you can actually link another stand heavy kick. So if you ever see a counter hit drive rush stand heavy kick for whatever reason, that's how I land it with the throw bait thing. But don't just go into a target combo. You can go into another stand heavy kick first for a lot more damage. So yeah, that's pretty much all the optimization stuff I have that I'm not seeing from a ton of people. It's not really all that necessary, to be honest, but you know, if you want to improve your mastery of Kimberly, this is the way to do it. I'm gonna go play Baldur's Gate and ruin my voice even more. So appreciate the watch, you know, give me subscribe. I like subscribing.